Try and make that next part soon.
Next part.
Listen, I know what I said in January, that I was gonna upload soon, but you know what? It will be May tomorrow. So there's gonna be 2 parts in this video. So one is for singing, and then the other part is actually how to record and what to do, etc. So let's just get down to the singing part of it. So one of the important things that I wrote down for singing is always to practice and to experiment, because eventually you'll understand what you vocally can do and also what you are able to do in future. But one thing everyone should always do is to warm up. That's before recording and probably even on a regular basis, because it's a good thing for your throat and your vocal cords. So always remember to warm up. So it helps to expand and relax your throat muscles and builds your abilities. For example, it helps with high notes in particular, and it also reduces vocal damage, and who doesn't love that? So you can find easy videos to follow along to for warm-ups. I'll link them in the description. There's one in particular that I always follow because it's so short. Like 5 minutes is doable for me. Another thing that's helped me personally is singing in the shower. I am my own diva, and no one can tell me otherwise. Now, I forgot when I actually did start singing. It was years. Too long, one would say. But I was able to find out a lot of factors that could affect your voice, good and bad. I've learned that the time of day can affect your voice, or at least for me. In the morning, I am dead, I'm groggy. And of course I have work, so the best time for me to do it is after work, but not exactly straight after. It's kind of like later in the night, and before I know it, it's like 10 a.m. and I'm like, fuck. I feel like what you've ate and then what you've drunk also affects it, unfortunately. For instance, when I have Pepsi Max, not sponsored, it does somehow affect my voice. Coffee also unfortunately affects my voice. If I eat, I get like this weird stuffy feeling in my vocals, so then when I'm like, it's like the food is gonna come out of my mouth. It's not. I'm just gonna let you know it's not gonna come out of my mouth, but I feel it. Also, posture also can affect it. So for instance, if you're sitting or standing or lying down, I don't know how anyone does it. For instance, I had like this huge mental thing where I felt like I had to sit in a particular thing, which was pretty much to have one leg underneath my other leg and then have my headphones slightly like, but I think that was more of a mental thing, not really, it's actually doing something for my voice. Did you hear that voice crack? Speaking of mental, you also tend to pick up some habits that you think helps when you sing. I don't know if it actually helps. I should have probably researched that. But usually when I sing, I'm like, you know, it just helps in my head that I can reach it. But I guess that makes sense, because if you're doing high notes, for some reason, if I do like this, all of a sudden my vocals are like, fuck, I gotta get there, man. I gotta get up here. Just as a genuine thing, I feel like you should always change up how you're doing things. I feel like you should always have fun singing and playing around with what you can do. So if you always think like, oh, that song is too high, I mean, give it a go, man. Who knows what this can do? What this can do. I feel like when you're in that capacity where you feel like you want to try new things, it's all in your control and you can definitely do it and have fun. Now, because I'm a K-pop coverist, I obviously sing Korean. I am not at all fluent in Korean. Obviously, it would probably help if you knew Korean. I'm just saying that. As long as you're listening to the part that you need to sing, like over and over, you should be able to pick up how to pronounce by the original singer. Now, this is more for the second part, but generally, if you're gonna be recording, you should have your recording software ready and your mic ready and your headset ready and be in a quiet surrounding and have the lyrics in front of you. You're good to go, buddy. Okay, so I have showered, I am clean, my voice is ready. Originally I did record something for you that I was recording for someone else, and I was going to show you each step of it, but then I didn't like how it went, and the lines were fine, like I think they're good, so I'm going to upload those and give that to someone else, but I didn't want you to see it because it looked like a total disaster. I don't have much owing at the moment that has all codings in it, but because I have opened auditions for a couple of songs, I just finished the coding for 3 so far, and I think maybe it's not for someone else, it's for me technically, but let's just take it as me being someone else that I'm doing it for. So basically it's for the song i-dle by i-dle. I don't know if that's how you say their name. I think that's how you say their name. Basically, I haven't casted everyone else, just me. I was gonna take me on. This is my coding, so let me show that to you. So this is all my coding, so it says who's singing, and also if there's harmonies and doubles and background sounds, things like that. Whoever, I guess, auditioned for it, take a gander of my code. My lines are quite minimal, that's how I like it. Okay, so this is Adobe Audition. It's all blank, so what you'd probably want to do is get the actual song. So here is the song itself. Probably want to turn that down already in the beginning, and it should sound like this. Dollar, dollar, dollar. Anyway, my line is, I think, here. So that's that part that I'm gonna record for you. For me, but for you too. Underline means that there's a low harmony, and italics also means that it's high harmony, which is up here. Bold is usually doubles. Now with doubles, some people can get a bit misconstrued, hang on. People get confused about what doubles are, in my opinion. It's only when the line is more prominent that you can hear something extra, like a boost in their voice. Sometimes you can hear it in the song, but if you search, for instance, if you search hidden vocal of a song that you're doing, usually there is a video, and what it does is someone's kind of extracted it, and it's not as good quality, but I mean it's easier to hear harmonies and doubles and things like that. Anyway, that kind of helps hearing the harmonies and doubles and things like that. So what we have here, I'm recording here. So if you go blah, 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 this is me recording. Yes. Baby, no one 너무 달라. 나를 원한다면 배워 manners. 아직 wanna love. 동영양 rules. I'm not your girlfriend. Now that sounded a bit better. Baby, no one 너무 달라. 나를 원한다면 배워 manners. 아직 wanna love. 동영양 rules. I'm not your girlfriend. Right, so we have a line here. Now if you go into it, some mixers like it, some mixers don't really know it, but here I have a lot of fans going on in the background on my computer, so there's a sound. You can't hear it, but you can, boy howdy, you can see it. So what I usually do is I just select some of that, go effects, noise reduction, restoration, so you capture it, to say capture this shit right here, and then you select all of it, go to effects again, and then go to noise reduction, and then that pretty much will say, well, okay, I'll get all that fucker thing that you don't like and I'll reduce it so you can't hear it. So if you go blip, and then it's reduced. Alright, so we'll save that. So that's the line. Okay, now from what I can see here, we've got some high harmony, we got some low harmony, we've got a double. I'm not your girlfriend. Baby, no one 나는 너무 달라. 나를 원한다면 배워 manners. 아직 wanna love. Baby, no one 나는 너무 달라. 나를 원한다면 배워 manners. 난 아픈 게 아니야 솔직하게 말해. 하고 싶은 대로 하는 게 뭐 어때? So technically I've got my solos done. If you've ever changed these, please turn them back to 0. We'll mute this because we don't want to save our lines over music, and because we want to separate each one, solo, double, harmony, high harmony, whatever it might be, you mute these other parts, for example. Now you just have your solo part, so what we'll do, maybe I'll just make it easier on myself, we'll just do it like this. So that's only technically selecting, it's selecting all of it, but because this is the only unmuted part, it's gonna save that. So go export. I'll just do the whole time selection. I'll just export whatever I highlighted, and then we'll rename it to whatever. If like the mixer has a particular preference, you can follow it. Otherwise, I usually just put main, my name, and then the part. Sometimes that helps. Otherwise, you can also just put the name of the thing, which I think is just $. So what that means is if you go back here, it's just me, so it's quiet. Manners, so that's just me. So now you want to save the rest of it. So you mute your original part, then you unmute this, export, time selection. I'll just copy what I had, but then instead of main, I'm gonna put double. And then we do it for the others. Done. This is my part done. Cool. So now we've extracted each part, and then we just need to upload it to things like Box or Google, wherever you want to upload it. Box is a preference for me. I think it's easy to use, and then basically you just copy the link and then give it to someone and they're like, thanks. Okay, so this was that. This was me. Thanks for joining. Are you still here? Look how cute this is. What I wanted to remind you is if you're giving out lines to someone, don't put any other effects on it. Like noise removal, fine, that's cool. It's just a lot easier for the mixer to have a completely raw file. Thanks for watching. I hope this wasn't a mess. I will be uploading the next part, which is, I think, mixing, and that's like the serious part. That's gonna be hard to do considering I'm still learning mixing, but maybe I can give like some kind of basic, and then hopefully you guys can play around with it yourselves. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Okay, later, skater, bye.